Hey guys, it's been a while since I've uploaded. I'm sorry, I was kind of stuck on a Nazi plane and I crashed myself into an iceberg. And I've been in the ice for the past 4 months, so I'm sorry. In all honesty, I just had school and I was lazy. But I'm back, and yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people struggle with Arena and the World Cup Open. More specifically, I've seen people start to freeze up and get extremely stressed and anxious during late game scenarios, and due to the fact that these late game scenarios can rack you up the most points, it's kind of the worst time to choke. This has a lot to do with inexperience. When you aren't used to late game scenarios, you tend to tunnel vision on basic aspects of the game, and you start to mess up with your positioning and your material management. And the only way to fix this is by repeatedly putting yourself in that scenario. Now, if I were to just say play more games, this wouldn't be much of a video, would it? But once you build the muscle memory for the basics, you can start focusing on the game as a whole. Now, the problem with just grinding out arena games is that you don't always get to late game, and even though you do, you've spent about 18 minutes to get there. So you'd be giving out a lot of time to not even secure practice. And I've been playing competitive games for a while. I've never actually seen a custom game mode that really prepares you for in-game scenarios, but Fortnite does a really good job with StormWars. And don't click off if you already know what StormWars are. I actually made a couple of my own StormWars maps with real moving storms, so stay tuned for that. StormWars are basically a custom game mode in creative where you spawn in with a random loadout in a tightly compacted zone with up to 16 players to basically simulate late game scenarios. This game mode basically allows you to practice late game scenarios back to back without having to wait, and this basically gets you used to the stress and improves your game sense. Now, how do you join said game mode? I'll leave a couple of Discord servers that have StormWars in the description, and all you need to do is look for someone that's hosting, copy their name, drop it down in Fortnite, and once they accept your request, simply join their game. Now, to begin with, this seems like a lot of work. This seems like I don't want to spend so much time just to practice. But once you start adding a bunch of people, you usually can just open up creative and find someone that's already hosting it, so you don't even need to open Discord at all. So when it comes to the StormWars maps that I've made, I'm going to be putting them down in the description because there was a problem with last time, as in I had to keep updating my maps and I couldn't update the video, so I had to update the ones in descriptions. A bunch of confusion. So basically, I'll put them in the description in the comments, and every time I update the map, I'll update the comments and the description, so watch out for that. This map is a more traditional ZoneWars map. Start the game once everybody joins, and this TNT will basically reset you in 5 seconds and prevent any potential player bugs. Then you'll spawn in a tunnel where you can pick up your weapons and basically choose your loadout for the game. This map is only a one-directional moving zone with like a grassy downhill biome. It starts out with a pretty big zone, casually decreases in size, and eventually ends with a heal-off battle.
Of course, someone's fucking at sky limit.
This game mode alone has made me improve more in 2 hours than an entire week of arena practice. The fact that you can play a realistic late game scenario and then play it again and again and again allows you to build so much muscle memory in such a short period of time that you learn from your own mistakes, you learn from other people's mistakes as well. Anyways, thanks for the insane support. The fact that people still use my code is insane. It's weird to think people care enough to use it in the first place, and I really appreciate it. By the way, if you want to use it, it's SandwichOW. Thanks, and I'll see you in another 4 months. Hopefully not.